Hello YouTube, this is Kurt and welcome to the Kurt Winters YouTube channel, dedicated to bringing you advice on collecting cars and celebrating the history of these amazing machines. This channel is focused on helping you with your car or restoration project. I'm on fire! Spare me with your whiskey, Tom Cruise! Today's video will be about the classic Corvette versus a brand new Mustang. Do you go old? Do you go new? Do you go cheap? Do you go expensive? So in today's video, we'll talk about all the things that you need to know before buying a classic or a brand new sports car. Okay, so let's talk about reliability. Everyone says they don't build them like they used to. So maybe the obvious answer is to go with a vintage sports car like this Corvette. But if you're worried about working on the car, or maybe you don't wrench on it a lot yourself, then maybe a new sports car is the way to go. Now, this is a 1994 Chevrolet Corvette with an LT1 small block 350 motor in it. And this is a 2020 Shelby GT500 with a supercharger. It's also a V8. So let's talk about reliability. Obviously, with a 25-year-old or 27-year-old sports car, you're gonna run into all kinds of different issues, whether it's oil leaks, transmission leaks. One thing to keep in mind is these cars are always gonna need a little bit of work. There is no such thing as a perfect C4. If we hop over to the Shelby, obviously the Shelby is going to come with the new warranty, all the newest gizmos and gadgets, and it may be a more reliable car than the Corvette. Now, in my opinion, my Corvette, it's never left me stranded on the road, and repair-wise, it's been pretty straightforward. And as far as the Shelby, the owner Billy has told me he hasn't had any real problems with the car. So as far as reliability goes, it's kind of a 50-50 proposition. Now, both cars have a V8. This has a 5.7 liter and this has a 5.2 with a supercharger bolted right on top. So let's really talk about speed. In the 90s, the Corvette was fast. Remember, if you want to burn rubber, the Shelby is definitely the way to go, and the Corvette is definitely for cruising. So I gotta give it to the Shelby on this one. It is faster. Parts availability and mechanics. Okay, now, in my opinion, the Chevrolet Small Block 350 is one of the most reliable motors out there on the planet. What you're gonna find is normally this motor is gonna outlast the exterior of the car. So what do I mean by that? I mean, there are plenty of race cars, dirt track cars, all kinds of tuners, engine swaps, you name it, who have put a 350 small block into their car. This is due because of the reliability and because the engine is pretty easy to work on. Okay, now to the 2020 Shelby. Now this motor is a 5.2 liter V8 with a supercharger. You can see there is a lot going on in this motor, and it looks a little more complicated than the 350 in my opinion. Now, what you're gonna want to keep in mind is with a new 2020 Ford, this car is gonna come with a warranty, and the technology on it is brand new enough to where the techs who are coming out of school are going to be familiar with this layout. And you're going to get that support network that you need when you're building a high horsepower car. Whereas if we walk over to the Corvette, although easy to work on, I am going to make a recommendation. Find a specialty Corvette shop that's familiar with your C4, because you never want to pay someone to learn how to work on your car. Okay, the cool factor. So let's talk about that. Let's say you're rolling up to Cars and Coffee. Everybody's got their brand new whips, but a lot of people have the same cars, just in different colors and just in different options. But I promise you, when you roll up in a C4 Corvette in competition yellow, you're gonna be the only one there, unless you go to a Corvette club. Now, let's kind of talk about the nostalgia of these cars. What appeals to you about the C4 Corvette? I can remember growing up in the mid-90s, seeing these things rolling around going, man, I really, really want that car. But everyone was driving them was in their 50s and 60s, way, way out of my price range. So as depreciation hit, I got my chance to buy my own Corvette. And that feeling is very, very special. Let's go take a look at the Shelby and see what makes it special. All right, are you flipping kidding me? Look at this car. You're asking me what makes this special? Wow. You've got a gigantic Shelby Cobra up at the front. You've got aluminum hood pins. You've got a functioning air scoop. This car is awesome. As far as Shelby's goes, this is the big daddy. This is the GT500. Okay, they make a 350, but this is the big daddy car. Walk around back here for me. Now, if you want to talk about nostalgia, I promise, you take your kid to school in this thing, everyone else is going to be staring. One thing about the Shelby is you notice the color of it and the Corvette really, really stand out. If you're going to buy a sports car for nostalgia reasons, don't buy a white car or a black car or a tan car. Get a color that really means something to you. You might get a few more tickets, but as long as you drive safe, you'll be all right. So when it comes to nostalgia, I'm gonna have to say if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably take the Shelby. And I'm even a GM guy. Sorry everybody, please don't rip me in the comments. The driving experience. Now, I just reviewed this car in my previous video. Be sure to check that out. And I gotta say, this car is fast. Whenever you romp on that gas, it pushes you back in your seats. You've got awesome Cobra custom seats, beautiful interior, and when I tell you this car is fast, it is really fast. Even though it's fast, it has a special feature, some really killer brakes. I was doing some third and fourth gear pulls on the highway. I couldn't begin to explain. As fast as the car accelerated, it slowed down. It was an incredible experience. Everything about this car is awesome in the driving experience. You've got exhaust modes, 3 different settings. And when I tell you they really nailed the driving experience of the Shelby 500, I really mean it. This is one awesome car. Let's go hop in the Corvette and talk about its driving experience. Okay, the driving experience in the C4 Corvette is very different. You got to think about it. It's almost 25 years older than the Shelby sitting right next to us. And although it has an immense amount of torque, so the torque is rated at 340 pounds, and believe me, you feel every single bit of it. One thing about the driving experience in this car, there's only one computer system to help you keep your back end on the road. It's a very primitive form of traction control called ASR. So when you romp out in this car, it is visceral, you're riding low, but I gotta say, that 2020 Shelby over there would blow the doors off this Corvette. I've got to give it to the Shelby. Now, if you like this video and the free content that I'm making for you, please click that subscription button up at the top and ring that bell so you can be notified of the newest uploads to this channel. And I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, if you enjoy the content of this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell up at the top of your screen so you can be notified of the newest videos that get uploaded to this channel.